Hello, teacher. If human factory technology is valued by society in 2025 and next year, does it mean that people like us who are younger than 40 years old can have a chance to live forever? Yes, this one is real. There are a lot of people, don't you believe it's that simple? It's not the human factory technology, it's the gravitational field generated by the changing electromagnetic field, and this gravitational field can be controlled artificially. Because the gravitational field has a strong conflicting nature, and the conflicting object is not harmful to the object. In other words, the gravitational field of the Earth, no matter what you use, cannot be shielded. Since the artificial field scans the human brain, scans the person's ideology, and stores it in the computer with a digital representation, the person must not die. Why? Because as soon as a person dies, as soon as his brain rots, his stored consciousness is lost. But you were born into a computer, and the computer is very easy to maintain. In fact, the most critical thing about human origin is that the first step is to scan your ideology, and the ideology is scanned and digitally represented by the birth of the computer, and you must not die. Hey, then you just wait. You wait for hundreds of years, or thousands of years, for humans to be able to know their bodies and put this. Your ideological knowledge information is called up from the computer and installed into the brain of a young man with no independent knowledge. This person, just like the knowledge of his own free mind before waking up from sleep, is exactly the same as the feeling of waking up from sleep. And even if, people can't make bodies for a long time. What about people's ideological knowledge? Once it appears on a computer, it can also live in the form of a virtual human on a computer or a website. Then there is another question. Why is it possible for people under the age of 40 to have eternal life for those who are like those over the age of 40? Well, that is to say, the probability of obtaining the original life under the age of 40 is very high, and the probability of obtaining the original life above the age of 40 is decreasing. What is the reason for this? This alien told us that they had discovered the human workplace scanning technique, and our 7th experiment lasted about 30 years. Hey, what about him? What can scan people is what can scan people's thoughts and knowledge. He is the same as this person's factory and this equipment. He is difficult. It is the control software. His control software. It is more complicated. That means to say yes. It's because of that breakthrough in computing. This automaton doesn't matter much, because, it's mainly your long sketch. Musk is now engaged in telecommunications. This addition to people's brains. I want to copy people's ideology. This telecommunications can't work. Everyone, don't say the lofty truth. This telecommunications plugged into your brain and plugged your brain badly. You have to scan your brain with this long invisible substance.